Welcome to your weekly Exec Connect with your executive officer. Who are we? Dream Team. We are the Howard and the Central Zones, and with our leadership, we make students' dreams come true. This week's message is very simple. It's about research-based leadership strategy that talks about leading with student evidence. Make decisions this week that focus on students, on their work, and the student data. When leaders focus on student evidence, what students can do and where they struggle, then teachers can adjust faster and learning accelerates. So what does it look like in practice? What I want you to do is think about this. Examine student work together. In PLCs, begin to make sure that you look at student work samples before discussing instructional moves. And you can ask these very important questions. What does the work show that our students understand? What does it show that the students have not mastered yet? And then what instructional move will close the gap? And again, do this not just for all students, but for subgroups as well. And analyzing student work checks the leader assumptions and sharpens teacher clarity. This is the way we make sure that our instruction becomes more targeted. Secondly, during the classroom visits, have conversations with students. It's okay during your walkthroughs for your teachers and for you and your assistant principals, instructional coaches. Sit down, ask a student, can you explain your thinking here? And look for evidence that the students can articulate the reasoning and they can self-assess their own learning. This is very, very key that the students start to do metacognition. And the goal is to make sure that the students can explain what they know and how they know it. See, cognitive science shows that when students verbalize their thinking, they deepen conceptual understanding, and leaders can gain clearer insight into student misconceptions. So principals, here are your action steps for this week. Last week we talked about and we focused on assessments as the GPS. We wanted to grow and push our students into success. So this week, make sure that you collect work samples from at least 2 grade levels or 2 content areas, and then show where those students have struggled most using recent formative checks. Secondly, provide feedback that explicitly connects the student evidence to an instructional next step. Not just strategy, but why does it matter for our learners? So let me give you an example. So for example, last week I got a chance to go into some classrooms doing instructional rounds, and I saw about maybe 3 out of the 5 students, they could correctly identify the main idea, but when they asked, well, why is that the main idea? They relied on mostly guessing. They didn't quite know how to cite the textual evidence. So the feedback that you give to the teachers is to make sure that you let the teacher know, look, I noticed that the students, they can name the main idea, but they're struggling to justify what it is with evidence. And so add some framing sentences where the students can say, well, because this is how I found the main idea. And make sure that during the guided practice part of the lesson that every student knows and can explain the why of their answer so they can make sure that we have it for the text. This matters because when students can explain their thinking, they can move from just simple recall to comprehension. And this is what builds a long-lasting understanding for our students. Here's your fun leadership fact. Research shows that student learning potential increases 44% when student evidence leads with the conversation. Lead student evidence to increase precision. And here's your weekly dream nugget. And focuses and centers around our refined instructional practice. Great leaders don't chase checklists. They follow the evidence. Today's student work is tomorrow's instructional roadmap. So when you refine with student evidence at the center, every decision is rooted in student learning. Here's a few reminders for this week. Work on your state of the school address presentations. Don't forget, invite me. I want to be there, whether I can be there in person or virtually. Please invite me. Secondly, complete your weekly dream team leadership reports. This is very key, as I know this is a brand new thing that we're starting, but this is very key to make sure that we so we can continue to share the information that's out there, and also I can help support your leadership. A dream becomes a reality when a team dares to develop others, refine instructional practice, engage stakeholders, align vision and strategy, and model excellence. Together we lead, together we rise. Lead with student evidence this week. Dream Team, I'm asking you to make sure that you focus in on the student evidence and get your assistant principals, your teachers, your team leaders, everyone focusing in. Go in deep on student evidence this week. It's going to make a difference. Thank you so much. I love all of you. And make sure you understand that continuing to do this, it's going to watch and see the potential of our students. Believe in our students, believe in our teachers, because I believe in you. Let's have a great week, Dream Team.